Take 5 minutes. If you're age 18 or older, take 5 minutes to think about your retirement and save yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars. Right now, for retirement, the federal government takes 15.3% of everything you earn up to $106,800 per year, half paid by you and half paid by your employer, and spends it before they get it. After you've paid these FICA or Social Security taxes for 10 years, the government promises to pay you, starting at age 67, a defined benefit that's worth about $160,000 if you live as long as the actuaries think you will. You'll then pay taxes on 85% of this benefit. Depending on your age, the rate of return on what you pay in will be about 1% plus or minus, and the benefit you might get would be about 1/3 of what you will need to retire. But even this meager return is at risk. The government has promised to pay out $12 trillion more than what it will collect for Social Security. This unfunded liability is almost 1/2 of your expected benefit. So far, the Social Security Agency admits, quote, there will be enough money to pay only about 73 cents for each dollar of benefits, unquote. The government's unfunded liabilities in Medicaid and Medicare are 5 times greater than in Social Security, making the risk that you will get your retirement benefits actually much greater. The present Congress will probably decide that it should raise taxes or cut benefits. This would shift the burden around, but it would not solve your problem. Instead of giving the government your retirement money, you should have the option to invest your 15.3% in a personal retirement savings account that you own. Over the long run, you could reasonably expect to earn a 6% annual return if you invest in a broad-based mutual stock fund. Let's take just one example. Let's say you invest in Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund Investor Shares. Google VTSMX. This would give you a diversified stock portfolio in a single fund. You will then be a part owner of Vanguard. More importantly, you will be a capitalist who owns a tiny fraction of every publicly owned company in the United States. For investing your account, Vanguard will charge you 18/100ths of 1% per year. Your account will go up or down with the market. As of January 6, 2010, this VTSMX fund has earned 8.00% per year before taxes since inception in 1992, tracking very closely actual market performance over the same period. At 8%, your investment would double every 9 years. More realistically, at a 6% rate, your investment would double every 12 years. Chile and South America went to this kind of pension benefit system in 1981, and today the government of Chile could not possibly take it away from its citizens. Our government would not have to pay you when you retire, but it would no longer be getting your FICA taxes in the meantime. If everyone took this option, like you, which is very unlikely, the government would have to finance a $2 trillion gap to get a permanent fix to its $12 trillion unfunded liability. This would be one of the best investments the government could make, because you and others will be investing that same amount of money in the stocks of private companies, the best possible, if not the only way, to get the economy growing to help both the government and you. To get the greatest benefit, which could be the better part of $1 million for you, Congress has to eliminate its wasteful spending for corporate bailouts like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, earmarks to shore up seats at risk, and Keynesian stimulus, which has never worked. It should also pass tort reform to put reasonable limits on trial lawyers. Let you control whether your union dues go into political campaigns, and cut back senseless overregulation of the companies you're going to own so they can grow in value. Insist that each of the 2 candidates you support for the House and Senate, 1, commit to give you the option to invest your own retirement funds, and 2, sign the Taxpayer Protection Pledge not to increase your taxes. Whether you work for a company, you're an independent contractor, or own your own business. You'll be contributing every single day you deliver a product or service that meets a valid need in society, instead of one that takes advantage of foolish habits. Ask your friends, parents, children, and cousins to take a look at this video to get a discussion going, to see whether anyone else in your social network agrees. Thanks for listening.